Alrighty, te whānau. Ko rāni rewiri tēnei, born and bred in Whakatāne. People otherwise know me as the PlantBaseMaori. And, on this session tonight, just going to be sharing the thoughts that I have had running through my mind lately. And I've just been on such an amazing journey over the last month, and it's come at a point where it was meant to come. Let's just put it that way. I haven't had that much work coming up in terms of the catering side of things. Still been speaking, still been doing youth work, but because I've had a bit more time where there hasn't been much pressure, I've utilised it to sort of tap back into my core, into my nature, by reading. I've been reading so much, which has been such an awesome experience, and I over exaggerate that because I never used to read. I never used to be a reader, and I've already read 6 books this month, and it's only coming towards the end of April. So I've just had time to reflect, and it's been really, really humbling, because this whole journey that I'm currently on at the moment has come because towards the end of March, myself and a good friend of mine, Te Hauni Tuna, we got together and we shared this really awesome conversation that took us into a different space that we hadn't been into before, but it was a conversation that we thought took too long to have. And what we discovered was that we haven't really given ourselves time to be bored, and we're also distracting ourselves so much with podcasts, whether it's just so much information, whether it's scrolling too much online. We haven't really given our minds or ourselves that time to get in touch with who we really are. So this whole month I've just really gone back into my tried and true of what sort of set me on this journey of personal development, and that was getting back into meditation. That was getting back into affirmations. That was getting back into looking myself dead straight in the face in the mirror, and cultivating that positive conversation just with myself. And it's not in a real crazy way, but it's actually in such a healthy way, because I've been able to feel so much change. I wouldn't say drastic change, but there's been a shift. A shift is the right word to say. There's been a shift within my state of being, where I feel so much more calm. I feel so much more relaxed, and I feel so much more present. And not to say that I haven't been working, because I'm still continuously, trying to be active, but I've definitely put investing into myself in the way that I have been so much. I've made that a priority. And, I've just been loving the experience, because I know within my consciousness and with the way that things have been going and what I have set for myself, as well as my darling and my family and things like that, is things are just going to drastically increase in terms of the workload, in terms of how active I actually become. And this spell that I'm in at the moment, it has just been really necessary, because I think it's just preparing me, and that's the way that I'm looking at it. And I'm feeling just extremely grateful that I was able to have this 3 to 4 weeks of just getting more in touch with myself on a more deeper and intimate level, because at the end of the day, that's really the relationship that should be stronger than anything. And I know that logically, and going into these spaces of meditation, into this quiet space of my mind where I am trying to dissect certain things that I'm reading and trying to match that or relate it to my own life experience, just to give it that substance and to give it that sense of realism. So, this is a real right in there type of session, and I didn't really anticipate to go this far, but I think I've just been guided, to share, what's going on in my mind and in my state of being. But I can tell you now that, my focus has just so bang on, and what I'm seeing in my mind in terms of the visualizing, it's actually so clear, because, I'm feeling it on such a level where it's right here. And there's still things that I'm working through, always making that decision to make sure that I'm on the right path. And because I've worked on this for months, I would even say years, there's a part of me, I think, that subconsciously I'm able to direct all of that negativity or any sort of emotion that tries to come into my flow. It's able to get bounced, because I've been able to fix myself on this path. And some people might say that I'm experiencing a bit of a low because I haven't been so active. But a few friends of mine said something, articulated this beautifully, that registered with me, that we all feel when things are going so right, we're just on this amazing sort of feeling, or this flow, or this wave, where we just have these massive inclines, right? These massive inclines. And when that incline stops, we perceive that we start a decline. But what they articulated to me and what they showed me was that, what if we didn't decline? What if after our incline, where things are going so great, that we plateau? What if it is that we plateau instead of declining? Because if we're declining, we are moving backwards in a way, or we have not grown. But if we grow, or we elevate to a certain level, instead of going down, we just plateau until we're ready and we're prepared, and then we plan, and then we get the appropriate steps to begin the incline again. And I really felt that stuck with me. And I think the conversations that I'm having, and the people that I'm starting to find myself around, and everything's just starting to feel like I'm being molded. And I don't know why I'm laughing, but that's just what's coming out. I feel like I'm getting prepared or something, and it's, I just gotta just roll with it, because, when you have this feeling of, it's only a matter of time, and then you start to find yourself having open conversations with, really exceptional and amazing people, and you're operating on the same sort of frequency in terms of the way you think, the way you feel, and you can see their circumstances, and you're like, wow, they had a really good place. But there's nothing different from the way that they think and the way that I think. There's nothing different from the way that they feel and the way that I feel. There's nothing different in the qualities that they have and the qualities that I have. There's nothing different in the attributes that guide their life, that guide mine. So I think that's so simple, and I think I may have just like came to a realization just for myself here that, it's just a matter of time. And I'm so grateful for the last 3 to 4 weeks. I'm grateful for my beautiful and amazing girlfriend who, helps me to ground me, to always show me love, to my family, to my amazing nephews, and just all my good friends who are just continuously there and showing up. Oh, just to let you all know, I turned 27 in all this process, and it was probably the best birthday that I've ever had. It was so great where everything went right. The bro Israel Adesanya won his fight. I was jumping around in the kitchen, and I finished off with board games with my best friend Taoni Tuna, his girlfriend, my girlfriend. Played tennis throughout the day, and it was just one of those things where I was able to look back and be like, wow, my life has completely changed. Where once upon a time my birthday was all about a 2 to 3 day bender, but it's funny how things just happen the way that they do. But anyway, that's pretty much all I'm gonna share. It was a lot. Mauri o, mauri ora, e te whānau. Doits.